Hey guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews and welcome to another reading vlog. So today it is Wednesday, November 18th. I have book club on Sunday and I have yet to read the books. So this is going to be a little bit of a vlog of me scrambling and see if we can get the books done. So really quickly, let's talk about the books that I need to read. I don't know when this vlog is going to end. Maybe Monday. We'll say Monday. So in the next 5 days, here is what I would like to read. Most importantly is the official book club book, which is The June Boys by Court Stevens. So this book is about a serial kidnapper who takes 3 boys every June, and then I believe the following July, they're taken, they're hidden, they're observed, and then they're fed before they're released. They're totally unharmed, and there's a mass captor, so they have no idea who took them. And this guy has been able to elude the police for years and has taken like 12 boys at this point. But now one of the boys that he has taken winds up dead. So now the authorities are like super after him to try to figure out who this person is, because now they don't know if like this was an accident or if now he's killing the boys. And so we have this girl, I believe, who gets involved because one of the boys who's taken is her cousin, and she suspects that maybe the kidnapper is her father. So I'm really looking forward to this. It definitely sounds dark and mysterious and right up my alley, and I'm so ready for this. I do have it on audio, so my plan is to listen to this while I play the new game I'm obsessed with on Xbox, and we'll see how it goes. Then I need to read the bonus book. So this one, still a priority, but if I don't get it done by book club, it's not the end of the world, and that is The Lonely Dead by April Henry. This book is about a girl who can see and hear the dead, and when her friend ends up being murdered and visiting her, she decides to try and figure out what happened to her. So another very dark, mysterious book. This one is a lot shorter than this one, so I'm hoping that they can both happen by Sunday. Again, we'll see. This one, I believe I can only physically read. I don't think I have an audio of it, so that's the other thing. And then last but not least, if I get both those books done, I would like to start reading The Brightest Night. I picked this back up last week and I'm really enjoying it. I'm on page 257, so I'm just over the halfway point, and I would love to finish it because I'm definitely behind on my November TBR, and yeah. So right now I am on my lunch break from work. While on my lunch break, I think I'm going to read some of The Brightest Night. That's my plan. I want to read as much as I can before I need to switch over to the book club books. So while on my break, I will be reading this. And then I just have one more meeting today. And then I'm spending the rest of the day working on the book club books and hopefully showing you the new video game that I'm obsessed with. So I'm going to go ahead and take my break, start reading, and I will check in with you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so it is Thursday afternoon now. Yeah, it's 1:30. So last night I did not come back and update you guys. I did do some reading, but then I got extremely tired at like, I think it was like 10:30 or something ridiculous. And then as I was trying to fall asleep, all of a sudden I got like a burst of insomnia and then stayed up till 4 a.m. playing a cooking game on my phone. So but let's talk about the reading I did. So on my lunch break, I did read more of The Brightest Night, and I read to page 302, but I stopped in the middle of a chapter because I think my husband came home or something, needed my help. So I do, even though I said I was not going to pick this up again until I'm done with book club, I want to at least finish this chapter because like all kinds of shit just hit the fan, and then I had to just like abruptly stop reading, and I need to read it. So I am gonna finish that chapter and then I'll maybe be done. We'll see. Then I did pick up the June Boys, and I listened to this while playing Animal Crossing. So my plan was to play my game. It's on Xbox Gold Pass, and I'm obsessed. But the plan was to play that while listening to this, because when I play that game, I play it for many, many hours. But I ended up playing Animal Crossing because, for one, it's been a few days, and for two, it's maple leaf season. So just like with the cherry blossoms, leaves are falling and you can catch them and then make stuff. So I did play that for a little bit while listening to this. I didn't get very far. I got to page 20. I know. So today's priority is definitely to get to at least the halfway point is what I would love, or maybe a third. I don't know. This needs to be finished by Saturday night. Actually, not even Saturday night. It needs to be finished by Saturday afternoon so that while at work I can write up the questions and not have to do any extra work. Will it happen? I don't know. So that is what I did yesterday. My husband and I also went to this it was fun, but I'm glad we didn't pay for it. So our city normally does like a winter fest, but because of the pandemic, they wanted to still figure out something that they could do that would like bring joy and be like a family activity and also make the city money. So they decided to hire this company. I can't remember what they're called, but it's an interactive light display. And they decided we have a really large park in our city. So they decorated like the whole park, walking around the large pond, and then over at like the petting, like you walk from the park to the petting farm and then all through there and the botanical gardens. So it turned out really nice. So yesterday was like their kind of like test run before it goes live, I think starting next weekend or something. And they invited all city employees and a +1 for free to walk through it and, you know, experience it. So I'm glad that it was free. The weekends coming up are $20 per person, and I would have been pissed if I paid $20 for that. I'm hoping that because it was like the free employee only one, that it was like a much like lower scale than what's actually going to be happening. Like, it was pretty around the pond. I loved the petting farm because you could go in and see all the animals. And then the botanical gardens was really, really nice. That was my favorite part and like made it all worthwhile because it was so pretty. And there they had all the trees lit up either with lights around them, or they had like projected lights on like the actual like forest that's behind the botanical gardens, and it was just really, really pretty. And I love Christmas lights. I think it's so romantic and it just warms my heart and fills me with joy. So I liked that part. But for the most part, the part where like we paid this company to put up interactive lights, it was pretty, but it wasn't amazing. There was only one section that was interactive, and like you would move your hand in front of the lights and not actually have to touch anything, and it would look like you're unfogging windows and you can see like Santa's workshop. That was cool, but that was it. Overall, I had fun, but it was free, and if I paid for it, I would not have been happy. But that was really nice. It was definitely very cold out, and my husband wasn't looking forward to it, but I really like Christmas lights and wanted to do it, and I had a good time. So it was fun. But as for today, I've been working. I've gotten most of my work done, but in a little bit here, my mom and I are going to go and get our nails done, which I'm very excited about because my nails are ready to get done. I'm not sure what color I'm going to get. I think either a blue or black is what my plan is. So you'll find out when I get back. And then I do need to do just a little bit more work when I get back. I have to do a couple, put a couple of things up on our website for recommendation lists, and then I'll be done for work for today. Hey guys, I'm back. I didn't read any during my break before I left to go get my nails done, but I did watch a YouTube video, so that's good, I guess. So I'm back. I'm gonna show you my new nails. I don't know if you can really see, it's kind of dark in here, but it's a matte glitter purple with a black and gold flake. Let me take you somewhere with better light. Okay, now you can kind of see it. So as you can kind of tell, the purple is sparkly with like red and purple sparkles, and then black with the gold. So now, what am I doing? I am in my office, obviously, and I have to do a little bit of work. I just need to put up some recommendation lists, and then I will be done for the day and can start reading. Now, I still have plans to finish that chapter of The Brightest Night, and then I'll start reading the June Boys, but it's happening, you guys. It is happening. Hi guys, so it's later in the night. I have eaten dinner, finished work, and now I'm going to start reading. So right now, the game that I'm obsessed with is downloading because I was playing it on my husband's Xbox downstairs, so now I'm downloading it on mine here in my office. So I'm going to flip you around and show you the game. So it's this game right here called Spiritfarer. And basically, you play as this person who helps spirits move on to the other side. So like I said, you play this character named Stella, and she is the new Spiritfarer, and you're in this like spirit realm. So you travel around these different islands, and you meet these different spirits, and you invite them to go on your boat, and you slowly get to know them and help them finish their last kind of deeds, I guess, and help them come to terms with passing on and then taking them to the spirit realm. It's super fun. You have this cat named Daffodil who is like your sidekick who like rides on your shoulder, follows you around, helps you do things, and the whole point, it's kind of like Animal Crossing but ghosts basically, because you still have to like do other tasks in order to help other spirits, and then you have to do, and then you also have to like build things, like you build their homes on your boat and other things on your boat so that you can make materials in order to complete tasks, and it's just a lot of fun. It's also visually very, very beautiful, and it's just very like relaxing and low-key, and I seriously am just obsessed and love it. So if you decide to play it, just be warned, it's like Animal Crossing where you're gonna spend hours, you're gonna get sucked in and not be able to stop, and it's so fun. So while this is downloading, I'm going to read some more of The Brightest Night, and then when it downloads, I'm going to listen to the audiobook for the June Boys. So I'm about to go to bed, just cleaning up. Wanted to update you guys because I said that I would. So I did read some more of The Brightest Night. It is so good. I love Jennifer Armentrout so much, and it's just so amazingly good. And I wish that I didn't have to read the book club books because I just want to keep reading it. But I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop reading it. I did listen to some of the June Boys while playing my game. I'm not really loving it. I feel like I'm like so lost and confused, but it really just like drops you right into the story and you like slowly learn what's going on. But I'm just not loving it. I'm going to try reading the ebook while at work tomorrow when I'm in the building, see if that's any better, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm hoping that The Lonely Dead is better and that I'll have time to still read that book before Sunday, but we will see. So now I'm gonna go ahead and finish cleaning up, get in bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with an updated page count. Hey guys, it is Saturday night. I didn't update you guys yesterday because it was my first day back in the building and it was just a bit of a hectic, long day, but today I did finish the June Boys. So I literally just finished this. It is currently 9 o'clock at night and it's finally done. let's talk about it. So I will say that at first I was not a big fan of this book. I was listening to the audiobook and the female wasn't that bad. She didn't really like act out the book. She kind of just spoke the words that were on the page instead of like making it a performance. And the problem with that is I found myself to be kind of bored and kind of like, not necessarily like drifting off to sleep, but drifting off in a sense of like, my mind kept like wandering and daydreaming. And then on top of that, there are handwritten letters mixed in the chapters. And for that, it switched over to a male narrator because the letters are from our main character's cousin, Olis. And the male narrator is like a man probably in like his 30s or 40s, and he's portraying a teen boy. Like, the voice did not match whatsoever. He didn't even like try to make himself sound younger. It was very, very odd, and I did not like the audio. So I did switch over to reading physically when I was at home and then reading the ebook while in the building. And it definitely made for a much better experience. The only thing though is that this book talks not a whole lot, but it does kind of have some mentions about religion and God and how, like, I don't know, it kind of made it seem like these people would have been better if they had a better faith, which I'm not religious, so it didn't rub me the best way, and I did not like that. It was kind of like eye rolling the whole time. But I will say that once we get to probably chapter maybe 20, somewhere between 25 and 30, I think is really when this book picks up, which is really like the last third of the book. I did really enjoy reading the letters and figuring out really who he's writing to and what's going on. It was very interesting. The bad guy at the end was definitely a twist. Suspected it was somebody else who's close to that person, but not the person it turned out to be. So that was interesting. And I kind of liked the Hunger Games-esque ending where it's like, this isn't a happy ending, but it's also not a bad ending. It's a realistic real life ending. And I really enjoyed that. So I think I'm going to give this book maybe probably 3 out of 5 stars. I just feel very meh about it. I thought it was going to be a lot more interesting, a lot more darker, and a lot more, I don't know what, than it was. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what my book club thought about it because I'm just kind of, you know. So this is done now. Thank goodness. So I am going to hopefully start The Lonely Dead tonight by April Henry. I am excited to read this one, but we'll see because I was also excited for the June Boys and it wasn't the best. I also have The Brightest Star, or The Brightest Night to finish, which I'm so excited to do. And yeah, I think that's pretty much my Saturday night. Hey guys, so it is Sunday morning for me, but afternoon for most because it's 1:30. It has been a little time since I woke up. I've been like getting ready and checking stuff on my phone and, you know, whatever, but now it's time to actually do things. So last night I did read some of The Lonely Dead. I read to page 56, so I still have that big of a chunk to go. I need to start writing my book club questions because book club is at 3 o'clock, and I'm going to read some more before book club, but I don't think I'm going to finish it. But I will say that so far I'm liking this a lot more than the June Boys. We'll see how it goes when I finish it, but I will keep you updated because my goal is to for sure finish this today. So then once I'm done with book club, I have some things that I want and need to get done, but they're nothing that is like time sensitive as far as must get done today. It's just stuff I would like to get done. So one of those things being I need to edit some of my goals and stuff for 2021 so that I can get working on next year's bullet journal. And then something that I've been meaning to do, and today I'm just like inspired to finally get done, is when I got married, one of the things that I think it was part of the wedding shower. It's very gender norm, but I appreciated it. It was something that was brought up to me of like, hey, this is something that people usually do at wedding showers, like old-timey ones, and would you be interested? And that was to get a recipe box and then have each guest fill out a recipe. Now, we did do that because before moving in to my townhouse with my husband, I wasn't like a cook. Like, my specialties were out of a box, mac and cheese, you know, like frozen meals. That was the extent. So I did agree to do this, even though it's very gender norm, because I wanted to actually have recipes so that I could cook things. So we went with it. But there are many recipes over the years that I have like found online and printed. So I want to transcribe them onto my recipe cards, and maybe one day my future child, or who knows, maybe child-in-law, will want to replicate my recipes, and now they can, even though they are not original, but that's fine. So I do want to get that stuff done because I hate having to like find those papers or re-look it up and find the same recipe and stuff like that. So I want to get that done today, hopefully, especially because for Thanksgiving, I am doing Thanksgiving on my own because my family and I agreed that we want to just be safe and not do Thanksgiving together. Instead of me just like treating it like a normal day. I love Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving food. I love leftovers. I love everything about Thanksgiving. So I decided that I want to try to make a normal Thanksgiving dinner. I found a recipe for how to make a turkey in a crock pot. I am texting my mom for some of the family recipes, and we're going to try to do it. So I also want to transcribe those for sure because I'm sure it'll come up again. Yeah. Those are my Sunday plans. Very exciting stuff, I know. But alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get started prepping for book club, and I will check in with you guys later. Also guys, I did forget to mention that it is officially winter here in Michigan, even though it's still technically fall for another month. Okay guys, so I'm done with my questions. It's 2:30, so I've got roughly 30 minutes to read. I've got Pepe here to keep me company. And then I have this fancy color changing fire and fire sounds for some ambiance. And I will be reading The Lonely Dead. Alright guys, so I'm now done with book club. It feels so late because it's pitch black outside, but it is only 6:30. I did read a little bit more of The Lonely Dead, so now I'm on page 90. So I think I'm like almost to the halfway point. I'm definitely enjoying this a lot more than the June Boys. It's very interesting, and I think that it just raises a lot of very interesting questions because our main character, she was told that her grandma and her mom, and now her, when she was very young, that they were all schizophrenic and that they don't actually see dead people, that it's just hallucinations. So she's been drugged ever since she was little, and she decides to stop taking her drugs. I think now she's 17. She decides to stop taking them to see what it's like without them, and she realizes that she has been living in like this fog of not caring and living this like very sluggish life where like now she can think and speak in class and get good grades and be social and things like that. So she stays off of her pills for 2 weeks, and she sees her ex-best friend in the woods. Turns out that she was killed, and now she's like trying to like realize, you know, maybe I'm really not schizophrenic. Maybe my mom was correct when she told me when I was little that what we see is real. It's just very dangerous because people won't understand. And so now she has to like try to figure out how to help solve this case without letting people know what's going on and without letting her grandfather figure out that she's not taking her pills anymore. So it's super interesting, but the interesting questions that it's bringing up is kind of like people who really are schizophrenic, are they also maybe seeing things that are real, but we just can't see it? And it's such a good question, because like one example that they use is people who are colorblind. Just because they can't see those colors, it doesn't mean that they don't exist, that we just see something different. So it kind of works the same with her seeing the dead, and then could it work the same for other people with what they're seeing or hearing or things like that? It's just like, can you imagine? So I am enjoying myself. I still want to finish this book today. That's the plan. And then hopefully read more of The Brightest Night. So I'm going to get to reading. I've been watching Law & Order SVU while working, and now I'm ready to read. So I'll check in with you guys later. Okay guys, I haven't started reading yet. I'm finishing up this episode of Law & Order, and then it'll be the last one, I swear. But while I was watching that order, I submitted my Kroger pickup order for Thanksgiving. So tomorrow I will pick up everything that I need for Thanksgiving. I have gone over this order multiple times. I've had to edit it twice because first I realized I should probably get like a vegetable tray, fruit tray. Then I realized I also needed to get a meat thermometer, but it's all set up. So we should be fine. I'm so nervous, guys. The only thing I'm nervous about is the turkey, and it's because I need an 8-pound turkey, and the way that Kroger works for ordering a turkey is that it's like 3 to 8 pounds, 10 to 16 pounds or whatever. So I need an 8-pound. I don't know if a 10-pound will fit in my crock pot, and 6 pounds I feel like is not going to be enough. I need an 8-pound turkey. We'll see what happens. But now I'm going to read. Well, I'm going to finish this episode and then I'm going to read. Alright guys, I've just finished The Lonely Dead. It is 11:30 and I really liked this book. I think I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. I think it was so interesting. I really didn't know who the killer was going to end up being, and I really didn't see it coming of who it was. It was so shocking, and the way we find out was so just like heart rate inducing, and it was so good. I really enjoyed this. I see that April Henry has a lot of other books that she has written, and I think I'm definitely going to check them out. So apparently they are all YA mystery thrillers, and from the looks of them and their titles, it sounds like they're all about like murder and things like that. So sounds like a good author for me to check out. I also think that it was really cool to have this be a standalone when it could very, very easily be a series, and I also really liked the size of it. It was nice and like to the point, didn't have like a bunch of filler in it or anything, and I enjoyed it. So I think that I'm going to end the vlog here. So let's talk about the books that I read this week. So first up, I read The June Boys by Court Stevens. I'm giving this book 3 out of 5 stars. Then I started and finished The Lonely Dead by April Henry. And then I made some progress on The Brightest Night, which I can tell you right now how much I read. I read 74 more pages and I'm now on page 331. So for that book, I only have 180 pages left, which means I'll definitely be finishing it very soon. But yeah, guys, I think that's everything for this vlog. Definitely let me know in the comments what you guys have been reading. And if you have made it to the end of this vlog, go ahead and comment a cat emoji. Why a cat? I don't know, but do it. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to please give it a thumbs up. Keep reading, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!